Alright, this is Kevin here on day one of our hike. I'm here with Paul. We are about less than half a mile in and we're tired as shit. Excuse my language, girls. Here's the trail. That's where we're going, and that is where we came from. The first quarter mile was up a rock pass, and it made me realize why you don't bring 8 beers with you hiking or backpacking. We'll check in later. Bye. Here's the view. This is absolutely incredible.
Leave that one, we'll let
it's milk. It looks a little smoky.
Younger John tell you another one.
And we'll decide if it's one, if we get enough time.
That goes down a long way. Hi, Alyssa, Amelia, and Zoe. Check out this spot. 360 degrees. We're debating if we're going to have an early lunch now or press on for another 45 minutes. At our second official water crossing, we are on the Martar Trail. We're probably about, I don't know, almost 2 miles in total. And beautiful out. Film me doing it while I'm doing it. Success. We'll be back again later. Alright, Paul's doing the first major water crossing we've come to.
If I fall in the water, good thing I have waterproof shoes on.
Alright, he made it. Taking about 2 and change miles in. This is some of the waterfalls we're hiking by. Up here on the ridge. That's a long way down, Alyssa. Long way up too. So here we are at the end of the day, and we have a choice. We've been making a series of choices today, all of them good, and our choice is to find a spot to camp here or go 0.8 more to a shelter area where there's water. 0.8, and that's that way. We came from this way, and we got lost just a little bit. So we're venturing on. We will check in at camp. Campsite, night 1. What we're doing now is the quintessential bear bag hanging rope, and it almost made it. Our camp spot is right up there.
may be moving our food far enough away, but someone's hanging their food above our campsite probably.
There are several people in the vicinity. I don't know if you can see through the woods right there. There's a tent. There's a female lone packer at the site next to ours. There's a shelter about 100 yards up past ours where there's other hikers. Popular place. Alright, here we go once again. And we have success, ladies and gentlemen. Question is, can we get it to thumb down? Oh yes, the beauty of camping. Got the fire kicking. We just finished our meals. Paul had some sort of meat and potatoes dish. I'm going with the red beans and rice.
Stand by for tonight.
I'm going to warm my sleeping bag all night. You can't see it greatly, but if you look through the tree line, you can see the ridges that we came. Did we come down that one today? Or that one? We came down that one.
That one. Big one.
Alright. Night one in the tent. Hammock. You can see. All bundled up. This is what it looks like. It's about 9 o'clock. It's morning time. We're up. The fire's going. We have the stove going to get some coffee going. Coffee right there. Good night of sleep. A little chilly maybe. But it's nothing compared to what it's going to be like tonight. We figure we have about 6 miles ahead of us today. So that's what we're looking forward to. We'll check in when we're packing up and on the trip. Up, campsite's broken down. We're about to start the day 2 of the hike. We've gotten word that it might be hard in the beginning, but it'll get easier as we go. We'll check in with you later. Filtering some water. Paul's a seasoned expert. I'm kind of new at it. Hey, how you doing? We are almost a mile in. This is the first vista. To a gentleman who is a part of the Tidewater Trail Maintenance, the AT. He's from the right area, the Tidewater area, and he informed us that the hike we're embarking on today is the most difficult climb on the whole Appalachian Trail, starting from here, and it's the hardest one from here until Connecticut. So yeah, we'll check in when we're laying down and unable to speak later. We are officially on the Appalachian Trail. Just wanted to get some trail shots. Got Paul behind us. We just came to this part of the trail, which means climbing school's about to be in session right up this little thing. Wish us luck. Review for lunch. We believe we're about halfway up the second ridge of the 3 ridges maybe. And for lunch, we're about 2.5 miles in. Cooking up the water, getting things ready to rock.
Pork sausage, peppers, and onions.
Paul's having a brunch on the trail today. I'm going with the oodles and noodles with a scattering of beef jerky piecings. We're going to enjoy. If I had a trail name, I'd say this is so-and-so checking out. Checking in. We're about 3 miles in. And I think we're on the second or maybe third, Paul. I don't know.
I'm hoping third.
Ridge of the 3 ridges. But we are on a mountain that when we were on the first ridge, we looked over and we looked at the other ridge and we were like, I sure as hell hope that we're not going up that ridge. And
We did.
lo and behold, that's where we are. So things are going good. We stopped and had a good lunch. And we're hoping to be at the next shelter by well before sunset. And here's a picture of the trail. Last pull, it ends with a hill before we get to the shelter for night 2. Any last thoughts?
I'm not gonna pass away, so you're not getting my 401.
My feelings exactly, Suzanne. What country?
Useless.
What's that? The what? Oh yeah. Our little vista from our campsite. It might be the last little rock formations we see on the trip. Let's see what kind of a view we can get from up here. That's not too bad. Let's go over here. Here we are. Wow. Not too shabby. Get some pictures. Walking over to our spot because the sun is setting. Gonna get a good pic. Dinner's cooking. Waiting for the water to boil so we can pour it into the packs. Alright, there we go. Sunset. Our last night, the wind has died down a little bit, but it was getting cold with the sun going down. I don't know if you can still see the horizon over there a little bit. But we've pooped in the woods and gathered firewood and we're doing great. Good campsite. Drinking beer by the fire. And yeah, okay. You might think it's still nighttime, but we woke up spanking early.
6:08 is now.
We both froze some valuable pieces of our DNA off up on the ridge. Bad idea to sleep on the ridge when you know it's going to be dropping into the 20s. And we're going to hike it out to the car, do a little bit of headlamp hiking, backpacking, until we get back to the final destination, which is vehicle. So we're checking in now, saying goodbye to the final embers of our morning fire, had coffee, and we'll see you later. These are all the cars who are parked here overnight backpacking. It is a packed parking lot. And here we are.